and those are the important things, in my opinion, to focus about, rather than focusing on the sign in the middle of that turn or this and that. You know what I mean? You know, it's not exactly something you just want to fixate on. Wow, we are seeing cops. I'm surprised, but that's okay. So at least they're at the start. Boys are doing okay. Oh, the foothills are just so beautiful, man. Gosh, I know I'm only 20, but I think my biggest piece of advice in life is just, I don't know, don't grow up too fast, you know, and enjoy the things around you, you know. You might not always enjoy what's going on, but if you can manage to just find the things that are beautiful around you, focus on those, you know, and don't be in such a rush to be an adult. You know, I'm in college and have a job, and I don't know, it's hard to remember sometimes. I'm just 20. You know, I got my full life ahead of me to worry about work and this and that in the future, you know. You know, take some time and just focus on the now and you know, have a little fun, have a couple laughs, you know. Don't be so serious all the time, and don't be rude to one another, you know. Show compassion and love to each other. You know, we're all human beings, you know, we're all imperfect. We all have our mistakes, and that's what makes us the same. You know, we may look different, sound different, and act different, but at the core, we're all the same, you know. We're each uniquely the same, if that makes any sense. So be nice to one another, you know. You'd be surprised at how often you belittle someone for making a mistake, then you make the same mistake shortly after, or you've made that mistake, you know. And it's like, if you were in their shoes, how would you feel, you know? I understand not everyone treats you how you want to be treated, but it doesn't mean you gotta be rude. Just because they're being rude doesn't mean you gotta be rude, you know. Show love to your enemies, not hate. There's enough darkness and hate in the world. Don't add to it. Just do you. Be kind and stay in your lane. You know, you ain't gotta be stressed about what everybody else is doing, or what they're saying, or what they're believing, or this and that. You know, it's not. If someone disagrees with you, okay, so what? They disagree. Not the end of the world. You guys believe something different. You know, that's a part of what makes us unique as humans, is our difference in beliefs. You know, no two people are gonna believe things the exact same way. You know, we may both believe in God, or both believe Doritos are tasty, but you might think they're tasty because they taste like nacho cheese. I think they're tasty because of, I don't know. That was a really bad example, but you know, it's an example. Nonetheless, I think you guys get the idea I'm trying to get across. Just because someone's view at the base is different doesn't mean they're your enemy. Still be friends, be kind. Anyways, that's enough of that. What's exciting things happen right now? I have no idea, honestly. I'm gonna nerd out for a second. Ghost of Yotei got announced, new PlayStation game. Hyped for that. Got on COD recently. Once again, I do have a spare channel, and I stream on Twitch under the same handle. Jixer Gaming, baby, because I'm unoriginal. I didn't know what else to put it as. But yeah, and of course, like every time, that'll be at the end of the video, like normal. Yeah. Yeah, shoot, man. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks again for the support and the people who do comment. I do appreciate it, and no matter what, I will always make sure I always respond to all the comments. No matter how many views and comments it gets, I'll take the time to respond, man. I ain't gonna let all the views and all the hype and all the excitement get to my head. No. I'm just a dude with a motorcycle. I'm not better than you, and you're not better than me. We are one and the same. Just look at that. I'm sure that sun is so bright for you guys, because it is for me, and I'm going blind. But if it's not, and that's a good view, look at that view. I can't tell if it's a good view, so it's the sun. Which brings me to my next point. Don't stare directly into the sun, kids. That's also not a good idea. That's how you damage your retinas. Oh yeah, and if you can wear earplugs when you ride, I would also recommend that. I'm not wearing my earplugs this time, and I wish I would have. Wind damage does cause hearing damage, guys. It's not a joke. It's not the bike being loud that'll damage you, it's the wind noise. The wind is so much louder than you think it is, and it will make sure you know that. So wear your earplugs. I need to get better at it. I'm a hypocrite when I say that. I say wear your earplugs and then don't wear my earplugs. I need to buy good ones is what I need to do. What else is there? It's kind of a cool road down there. I wonder how you get to that. I don't know if you guys could see that. I hope you could. I'm a little curious, but who knows? I hope the wind stand isn't too bad. It hasn't been too bad in the office. That on my mic's been kind of wigging out just because of how it's been. I think the wind hits the cord and it makes it wig out sometimes, so I apologize for that if that is happening. Unfortunately, I'm not paying for any fancy editing services. I mean, how I edit my videos is I pull them into CapCut. Actually, I adjust the sound to make sure it's okay. Make any visual adjustments I need, which I can't really do much in CapCut, and then I just post it. I mean, everything you guys see is pretty much the raw riding footage, if we're being completely honest. Yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but we got to start somewhere. So I also don't know how to name YouTube videos. I have no idea how to name YouTube videos. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. I'll figure it out. I'm hitting the line. I need to focus. I need to lock in. Also, the other nice part about mountains is that most of the time it's cooler because of the rivers they run through, and the sun's not hitting in it so much. So it tends to be a lot cooler on the mountain rides, which is both nice for the bike and you. Oh, here's another, I guess, kind of learning moment about going on group rides is learn hand signs. Foot out means that there's a hazard on that side. Stick your foot out and kind of kick at the ground. And that'll tell the people behind you, hey, there's a hazard. Whether it's a pothole or a crack or a gravel patch. Pass those along, and when you're passing, learn to put your fingers up for how many more bikes are going to be passing in pass zones. Give them a 2 or a 1 or a 0 if you're the last. I'm sure most drivers probably don't understand what it means when you do it, but for those who piece it together, now they know for the future. For the most part, you know what I mean. We're gonna run in a little higher gear this time. I've been doing this in 6th. I wanna run it in 4. Not a cop. Ooh, that fire smells so good though. Marshmallows, man. Oh, I miss camping. I need to go camping soon, man. Eventually I don't know. Part of me kind of wants to eventually make non-motorcycle only content on this channel, but I'm not sure. Like, I don't know. I might stream some games on here just for the heck of it. I mean, I know it's kind of hard because if you want viewers, you kind of got to pick an audience and stick to it. So I don't want to like start making gaming content and drive away all my motorcycle viewers, or the viewers that are here for motorcycle stuff. But I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. We'll see. If I do, I'll make kind of like a separate playlist for anybody who would want to see that. And I'm not great at making gaming content either. I mean, I always fail to actually record, so not something that's at the top of my priority list either. You know, I mean, motorcycle stuff is my top priority when it comes to not current life things. To say at times, I'll be honest with you guys, but sometimes it's okay to enjoy the silence, I guess. Behind still. I hope it's a pretty sunset. There's a chance it won't be. Well, every sunset's pretty, but I mean, there's a chance there won't be multicolored. There won't be a multicolored sunset, if that makes more sense. So, and I know I'm probably using too much body in some of these corners, but even if you're not like going fast enough to drag knee, I still think working on mechanics is important. Like, sure, I might not be dragging knee, but I'm still getting the repetition, the mental repetition down and stuff, or how I feel comfortable leaning the bike, and still working on my body placement and foot placement. What feels comfortable where, you know what I mean? So, is it overkill? Probably. Is that okay with me? Absolutely. Absolutely. I'd rather be using too much body and look goofy than not enough body, you know what I mean? So like even then, I don't know if you guys could see that, but I made an adjustment with my hand mid-corner. Right along this river feels super cool. Those guys wore t-shirts. I'm hoping they're not freezing their cheeks off with the river and stuff being right there. So it gives off much colder air than not in the river. And like, this is what I mean by like it can be easy to hyperfixate. Look how many trees there are around here. In every corner there's something, you know, something like, oh, you know, river, or oh, bushes, or oh, a little post. You know what I mean? So you gotta learn to just kind of look beyond that. Read between the lines, some might say. Not really, but, you know, look beyond what's in front of you. I guess is the term or description I'm looking for. And obviously pay attention, because every change in the road affects your grip differently. Like all these cracks will make you have less grip, or random patches, and you know, some parts of the road will be more gravelly than others. Like for instance, that outer edge is probably covered in gravel because of that gravel turnout, stuff like that. And like, yeah, see this corner, you have posts, trees, bushes everywhere. It's like, don't look at those, look ahead, look beyond. Boys are still good. I'm not really worried about them because they are both good riders and they know how to ride your own ride. A crazy term for most people. You don't have to match the pace of the person in front of you. It's not necessary. If you want to go faster, go right ahead. If you want to go slower, you know. And don't shame someone for going slower. No need. It takes people time to become comfortable leaning the bike forward. With certain roads, it takes time to be comfy. You know, especially when someone doesn't know that road. It could be even worse when you're trying to push yourself to match the pace of the guy in front of you. It's not a MotoGP race. You're riding a motorcycle on the street with a homie. You don't have to match him. I made that mistake. That also contributed to my crash. My brother was a more advanced rider than I was, and I was kind of chasing him down. Don't do that. Go however you feel comfortable. Whatever you do, don't cross over the middle line going wide. You will get hit. Never ever go a speed that is going to make it so you will go into the other lane. That is how you die. Alright, I'm going to say that now. That is how you die. So it's kind of that 45-degree angle hand placement. And another thing that can be helpful is instead of physically leaning your bike back up, when you throttle out of a corner, the bike will stand itself up on its own. That'll conserve you a little energy if you're doing a lot of turns consecutively quickly. It'll save you and your body a little energy. See, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. So you got to be careful of bridge like that. You're coming out of a mid corner and there's some bumps on it. Be aware. You can avoid things well, or just roll off the throttle or increase the throttle a little bit. You want to go wider, increase throttle. You want to go tighter, decrease throttle. Look at these doggies! That dog licking that... No, never mind. The dogs are so cute. Look at him. Ah! Puppy! Oh, thank you. My friends are not going to be able to pass. Hey! Look at that. See, I love people like that. And, if you're respectful, don't ride their ass. Most people will find a turnout point. I was complaining about that guy in the last video that was not turning out. Which we were technically going over the speed limit, so it wasn't needed. But, people are nice like that. They want to... A lot of people think motorcycles are cool and they understand you're trying to have fun. And they're not going to get in the way or want to slow you down because they're nice, you know what I mean? So, unicorn! Alright, my focus just changed so quickly, my bad, gang. Oh, that reminds me. What is with these ADHD TikTokers? You do not have ADHD, you're just weird. I have I think I have, I don't know if it's ADHD or ADD, but it's one of them. And that is 99% of people with ADHD, unless it is a genuinely serious case, will agree with me when I say these ADHD TikTokers or bike talkers or whatever don't have ADHD and quit dancing to appeal to younger audiences. That's weird. It can make you a PDF file. So, don't do that weird stuff. Don't be weird. Don't be dancing to cater to a younger audience. That's gross. It's cringe and it's gross, and we don't support that. Currently listening to Riptide. Turning green. Yeah, I should not sing though, because I can't sing. Look at that, look at the boys. They're goated. Guy with the R1M just got a tracksuit, so he's about to be out riding me all day soon. Oh, what's up, brother? See? Sport bikes aren't the only one that like mountains. Everybody likes mountains. Look at the boys back there. I think Raikkonen's on his phone. Maybe not. I think he has a quad lock. Bro could be scrolling reels while he does this. Do not do that. Just because you have quad lock doesn't mean you can be on your phone. It would be good for being able to skip songs though. I also like this as a reset ride. You know, long week, kind of busy. Just, you know, go ride in the mountains. You know, you don't have to speed. Do it for the beauty. Nature is awesome. People don't get enough of it these days, in my opinion. People don't get enough of it these days. One thing I need to work on is my opposite foot placement. So I have a bad habit of not keeping my foot all the way over on the peg when I'm going through corners. I have a bad habit of letting it leave. Keep it on there, because that's the only thing keeping you onto the bike. So, which is another reason I'm not ready to drag knees, because I haven't worked out something like that. You know, that's the leg and foot keeping me on this bike if I drag knee. You know what I mean? When 90% of my weight is off the bike. As I've said in the past, I'm by no means perfect, but we'll see what the battery on my GoPro's at when we finish this. And I'll probably record a little and just make a second little short video just for the fun of it. I think that's a cop up ahead, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure that's a cop. You see a cop tap on your head. I don't know the speed limit here, though, is the only problem. I'm going to be completely honest. But I can't tell if it's a... Oh, it might not be a cop. I don't know if that is a cop car. No, that's a cop car. Definitely a cop. Just get pulled over. That would be awful. This is the entrance to town. So we are at the top anyways, so not the end of the world, but I've just got to keep that in mind on our way down, that there is a cop. Well, since we are basically into the town, I'm probably going to cut it here just so I can get more footage on the way back, to give you guys some down footage, I guess. Let you see some of the views there. Maybe we aren't at the end. Maybe I'm tripping. I might just be tripping. I might just be tripping. No, this is definitely it. Alrighty. We are gonna cut this first video here, my friends. The second one is gonna be kind of short, a pretty scuffed video, and it's probably not gonna make it all the way down the mountain. But in the off chance it does, I'll post that. But I will be posting whatever footage I can of the way down. Just because personally I think the views heading back towards the city are better than going into the mountain. Could be just me, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. And in that case, in case I can't say bye in the next video, bye in the future, bye now, and we will see you guys next time.